Hi everyone, this is Okart's DIY Ocean Kit, a kit in which you'll learn how to create this beautiful oceanscape with resin. Now the kit includes all the material required for this ocean painting. We'll go through the unboxing. We have the complete instructions. We have white beach sand, we have gloves, white gold pearl powder, we have the white epoxy paste ocean which creates beautiful cells in the waves, we have transparent things in turquoise and blue, glue, isopropyl alcohol in the spray bottle, we have spoons and sticks, and we also have the stirrer. We have cups in small and big size. We have the resin and the hardener packed in the right proportion, 2:1. We have this MDF raised edge canvas which is primed and painted. Now the first and the most important step is to check for any gaps between the inner edges and the base of the canvas. If you find any gap anywhere, please seal it with glue and make sure that the glue dries completely before you start with your resin work. Now this step is taken to avoid any resin from leaking from the canvas when pouring later. The next step is to level the surface. This is because if there's any slope in the surface, resin will flow towards that end and can disturb your design. Place the surface leveler horizontally and vertically. The air bubble should be right in the center of the tube. One can place sheets of paper, board, plastic, whatever is handy to raise the surface level and adjust the bubble in the center. Please make sure that you read all instructions and follow all safety measures before you start with your resin work now. Take the big size cup to mix your resin and hardener. Wear your gloves. Next, take your resin bottle, squeeze out the resin into the cup as much as you can. Close the bottle, keep it upside down in the cup. Next, take the hardener, again squeeze out as much as you can. Close it, keep it upside down in the cup. Now basically the resin and hardener have been measured in the right proportion, that is 2:1 by weight. And we need to drain out all the material out of these bottles so that the ratio is not disturbed. You might need to do this a couple of times to drain out all the material out of these bottles. Now mix the resin and hardener thoroughly for 5 minutes. Make sure that you scrape the sides and the bottom of the cup so that the hardener is mixed well. Initially the mixture will turn cloudy and have some streaks in it, but continue stirring till it has no streaks and it's thoroughly blended and completely clear. We'll leave the resin hardener mix undisturbed in the cup for 5 minutes before we start dividing and mixing our colors into it. Now let's divide the mixed resin into 4 cups. In the first cup we'll put around 1/5 of the mixed resin, this is for the sand. Second cup we'll put around 4 to 5 spoons for clear. And the third cup we'll put around 4 spoons for white. Rest of the resin we leave in the main cup, in the big cup, and this we'll use for different shades of blue. Now we add around 8 to 10 spoons of sand into the first cup. We mix this well. We also add a little bit of this white gold pearl powder. Now this gives a very beautiful gold tint to the whole resin, which looks pretty nice. Mix this well. You can even add the pearl powder before adding your sand. I'm adding a little more sand here. Mix this well. The sand and the pearl powder should be well blended with the resin. Now put your sand. This is basically we're creating the beach here with the sand. Spreading it out with the spoon. You can give any shape to your peach. You want your peach to be more horizontal, more slanting. Now we take the ocean white paste and we first stir it well with the stirrer. We want the pigment to be mixed well before we put it in our resin. We take very little of it. This is like 1/8 or 1/10 of a teaspoon. I mix it into my third cup, which I'd kept the resin that I'd kept aside for the white. Mix it well. Now in the big cup in which we had left the resin for the blue, we've added around 4 to 5 drops of turquoise ink and around 2 drops of midnight blue. We mix the inks well. This is for the lightest shade of our ocean, and we put only 1/3 of this mixture onto the canvas. Here I am using a spoon to put the mixture. This is basically to have more control over the amount of mixture that I put and where I am putting it. We just need a very thin layer, so we spread it with a spoon. Now here I can see that a little blue has mixed with my sand. So I'm going to use a little clear resin and put it on my sand, and this helps in pushing the blue away. Now in the same cup, I'm going to add a few more drops of turquoise, again 4 to 5 drops. Maybe more, it depends on how deep you want your color, and a few drops of blue again. I'm going to mix this well for my second layer of ocean. Again spreading out with the spoon. And I'm going to put half of this mixture, not the whole thing. Now again I'm going to add more of the turquoise and blue, 4 to 5 drops of turquoise and 2 drops of blue. Mix it well for the third layer, and this is my darkest layer now. I'm taking out all the resin from the cup. I'm spreading it with the spoon now. Just blend the resin, the light and the dark shades together with the spoon. Here I am tilting the canvas a bit so as to make the resin reach all the corners where my spoon could not push the resin. Now by doing so, if you realize, a little bit of the white coat from the sand has mixed with the light blue. I'm just going to add a little clear there so as to again separate the colors out. And the white coat that has mixed with the light blue, I'm just going to merge it with the spoon. I'm putting a little more clear. I'm merging the light gold with the light blue. I'm using isopropyl alcohol. Now this is a great way of getting rid of bubbles in your resin. I'm going to spray it just 2 or 3 times. Do not overdo it. It does create a few cells in your resin, so I'm just mixing the cells now with the spoon. Just merging the cells. I've paused the video here so that we can talk about how to create cells in our waves. Now for the waves, we have mixed ocean white pigment. Now this pigment is specifically formulated to create cells, but the kind of cells that we will get depends totally on the viscosity of the resin that we're going to pour our white on. In this case, we're pouring our white on the blue resin. Now for ocean waves with nice cells, the blue resin has to be thick, somewhat like honey consistency. But if our blue resin is thin and flowy, we'll get thin and faint cells that will spread high in the canvas. Now to check the viscosity of the resin, we can either use a stick and move it in the resin to see how thick it is, or what we're going to do here in the video is that we're going to put a small drop of white resin in the corner. Now if it spreads very fast, it forms a very faint web over the blue. We know that our blue resin is still very thin and we need to wait for it to get thick. Now the time that we need to wait depends totally on the temperature and on the weather. We cannot say that let's wait for 15-20 minutes or 30-35 minutes. It depends on the temperature and the weather. In summers maybe we'll just need 5 or 10 minutes and the resin would get thick, and in winters when the temperature is less than 18 degrees we might need 40 odd minutes for the resin to get thick. We have explained it in detail in the instructions provided in the kit, that how time and temperature affect the viscosity of the resin. So please go through it, read all those instructions carefully before you start with your project, because it's very crucial for creating your waves. Now once your resin is thick and you pour your white on it, it will take a few minutes for the white resin to spread out and form cells, which is perfectly fine. Now another case is when the resin gets very thick. But obviously it's still workable. So when you move your stick, you can feel that it's quite thick. And when you pour your white on the resin, it does not really move. The white does not move or create cells on its own. In that case, you will need to use the hot air gun technique. Now this is one of the most favorite techniques of all resin artists. They love using it. Now what you need to do is that you need to tilt your hot air gun at an angle, can say around 30-35 degrees, and use it at low heat setting and blow your white resin over your blue resin. This forms a very nice web over your blue and gives that frothy look to your waves. And now let's get back on our video. Here I've put a small drop of white resin in the corner. This is to check the viscosity of the resin. It has started spreading. Now I'm going to wait for some time and see how much does it spread. So I think I'm going to wait for another 5 to 10 minutes before I put the rest of the white. I'm putting the white next to the beach line. The video has been fast forwarded a bit. Now we can see that the white is creating these beautiful cells in the blue. For thinner waves we can use the stick, the stirrer, just for few small waves on the side. Here I am using the stick to move to some of the waves. I'm also using the hot air gun just to show that that can also be done, but it should only be used when the resin is very thick. Now I'm adding a little more white just to give a little more definition to the waves. This is how it looks for now, but the white will still keep moving a bit, not much, as the painting dries. Finally, it is important to cover your artwork while it is drying to protect it from any dust particles. So here we're using the O-Card skid box. We'll wipe it. We can wipe it with a tissue or with a sanitizing wipe, and just remove any dust particles from the cardboard box, and we cover our painting with this box. Your artwork will be dry to touch in 8 to 10 hours and will take around 4 to 5 days for complete curing. But in peak winters, it will take much longer to dry. It can take up to 16 to 18 hours to dry, and for complete curing, it can take up to 7 to 8 days.